Hello and welcome. This is Jasur from Shanghai Silk Road. In this video, I'd like to discuss how you can properly protect yourself when you go into partnership with a local person or company in China. As a foreigner, if you want to start a partnership with a local person or company in China, broadly speaking, you have two options. Number one option is to use your own name and then go into partnership with a local person or company. Number two option is to start a company first and then use that company to go into partnership with a local person or company. Now, let's discuss some advantages and disadvantages of both options. Number one option, using your own name to go into partnership with a local person or company in China. Not only in China, it's actually, it might be true in many other countries. Comes with a lot of risks actually. Why? Because again, you're putting your name, individual name, in a business partnership deal. And let's see some scenarios, what might actually go wrong. Number one, when this company, for example, takes up some loan or some investment from local financial institutions or some investors, and then let's assume that the partnership company is delaying the payments or cannot make those payments for those loans, the company might get sued. So in this scenario, because you are using your individual name, yourself might take some responsibility or some liability for those late payments or inability to pay. Okay, so this is number one. Number two, for example, this company, partnership company, might get sued by your local clients or international clients. If that's the case, again, you are risking your own name as a foreign person in China. Right? Yeah, you might argue that partnership company might be limited liability as well, but still, as a person who is doing business in China for the last 10 years, I don't really recommend this number one option, that is using your own name in a partnership deal. Why? Because laws can be interpreted really differently based on the location. For example, in Shanghai alone, we've got 19 districts here, and different districts might interpret the legislation differently. Okay, and of course, you can hire a lawyer, etc., but things might get really complicated for you as a foreigner. So that's the reason why I always recommend our clients to use that number two option. Okay, number two option is to form a company first on your own name. And you can form a company as a consulting company or trading company, and that company is a limited liability company. You can own it 100%, and then use that company to form a partnership deal with your local partner. This way, you're protecting your name. Okay, you're protecting your individual name, and if anything goes wrong, like in the examples we talked about earlier, your company that you formed, takes all this responsibility, and as a shareholder of this company, limited liability company, your responsibilities and liabilities are limited to the investment or the shares you're holding in your company, and then that company's liability in the partnership is also limited to the shares and investments that is holding in the partnership company. See, you're protecting yourself two times here when you form a company first before you go into the partnership deal in China. Again, this structure is actually not is true not only in China but in many other countries. Let's assume in the United States or United Kingdom, anywhere in Europe, I really don't recommend you put your individual name in a partnership deal. Laws can be interpreted or taken advantage of by like experienced lawyers or experienced clients in some cases, or experienced investors. Okay, they can hire really strong lawyers there, and then they can put you into trouble if you use your own individual name, especially when we're talking about countries like China, for example, where laws are very, very complicated. Look at for example, company laws here, and you can Google how they're interpreted most of the time. And yeah, believe it or not, this is very common practice. Maybe this is scenario number 3, is where local partners might actually take advantage of you. If the partnership goes well, you know, the great cash flow, you know, business is great and booming, local partner can actually might squeeze you out of the business. It's, you know, again, it's very, very common. I'm not here to scare you or anything, but again, you can do your research online. There are so many foreign entrepreneurs, business people who went into trouble when they used their own name or they didn't properly structure the company. So my recommendation is always this, you know, when you're thinking about going into partnership with any local individual, local company, not only in China, but anywhere, start a company first. Register your own company and then use that company to go into partnership. In China, like we mentioned in many videos, we help foreign entrepreneurs, sometimes locals as well, to form a company here and properly structure it. And then, you know, when you're signing up a deal with us, all these consultancy things, they come for free. Okay, as long as you stay extended contract with us. Any questions related to running a company or restructuring it, or, you know, opening additional bank accounts, for example, outside of China, we can, you know, advise you on that entirely for free. If you're interested in our services, feel free to contact us. Our contact details are in the description below or in the screen here. You can see, add me on WeChat or call during business hours. I would like to hear from you. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you.